Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This is going to be my August releases that I'm excited for, and there's not that many August releases that I'm particularly excited for. There are 6, but one I've read, well 2 I've technically already read, but let's just jump right in. If there's a book that you are super excited for that is not on this list, I'm sorry, I just maybe am not interested or haven't heard about it. So please leave August releases that you're excited for in the comments below. I'd love to check them out. So the first book, which comes out on August 3rd, is Like Other Girls by Britta Lundin, and I have to read the Goodreads description because not that I don't know what it's about, but I haven't read this description in a while, so I wouldn't be able to fully explain it. So I'm going to just read the description on Goodreads. After getting kicked off the basketball team for a fight that was absolutely totally not her fault, okay, maybe a little her fault, Mara is dying to find a new sport to play to prove to her coach that she can be a team player. A lifelong football fan, Mara decides to hit the gridiron? I think that's how it's pronounced. With her brother Noah and best friend Quinn, and she turns out to be a natural, but joining the team offsets a chain of events in her small Oregon town and within her family that she never could have predicted. Inspired by what they see as Mara's political statement, 4 other girls join the team. Now Mara's lumped in as one of the girls who can't throw, can't kick, and doesn't know a fullback from a linebacker. I don't know the difference. Complicating matters in the fact that Valentina, Mara's crush, is one of the new players, as is Carly, Mara's nemesis, the girl Mara fought when she was kicked off the basketball team. What results is a coming-of-age story that is a once tearjerker and funny, thought-provoking, and real, as Mara's preconceived notions about gender, sports, sexuality, and friendship are turned upside down. I don't know, I first heard about this, when did I add it to my Goodreads? In October. That's when I first heard about this, and I was just like, okay, that seems like it could be interesting to read, especially because I'm not really that big of a sports fan, but I'd love to like read more books about that type thing, and also just the idea of a female joining sports, because we need a lot more of that representation, because sports still is typically associated with men, and also like all of that. So the next book, which also comes out August 3rd, I have technically already read that, and that is Bonded Fate by Beck, Micheals, which is the sequel to Divine Blood, which I'm holding upside down. Divine Blood. So I'm just going to hold up the first book, since I can't explain the second book without spoiling the first book. But the first book essentially followed Dinah, who lives in this small village, and every 10 years there is this shadow that comes and kills people. So it's been 9 years since the last time the shadow has arrived, and she is set out on a mission to find this thing that could potentially send it back to where it's from. And when she goes on this quest, she meets her cousin Zev joins, and then she also meets this celestial, which is essentially kind of almost like an angel, named Cassiel, and we kind of go from there. And then in Bonded Fate, we continue that story, and the world only gets bigger and more complex, and more elements are added, and more lore is brought in, and it's just really good. I gave Bonded Fate a 5-star. I absolutely loved it, but I felt like I had to mention it because, well, it was one I was excited for. I'm a part of the ARC team, therefore I got the ARC in June. So yeah. On August 10th, A Queen Comes to Power by Penaranda comes out, and this is the sequel to An Heir Comes to Rise. And in Heir Comes to Rise, we follow Faith, who is a human living in this city, and in the world, Fae more outrank humans. And so she essentially, has to prove to herself that she is worthy, while being trained by a Fae guard named Nike. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've read the book. I read the book in February. And I'm so excited for Queen Comes to Power because of where An Heir Comes to Rise ended, and I just really enjoyed that first book, so I feel like I'll enjoy this one, and this is one I probably will read in August if I can fit it on my TBR. On August 13th, which is a Friday the 13th, fun fact, Persuasion of Deceit by Toni is released. And this book I've technically already read because I was a beta reader. That was the first book that I ever beta read from beginning to end, and I really loved it. It would be like a 4.5. I do also have an art copy that I need to read, and that I'm planning on reading beginning of August, I think, so I can get the review up for the release date. But essentially, Persuasion of Deceit, we follow Raven, who lives in this small village, and there's this evil king that can essentially bend your thoughts and pretty much force you to do whatever you want, can compel you essentially. And so Raven's father and her father's best friend are kind of doing this plot to kill the king, and Raven and her friends join because they want it just as much, and that's pretty much all I can explain without spoilers. I really liked it. I'm dying to read the art copy as well because I'm dying to reread it, because there's so many things that I'm probably going to be like, I didn't notice that, or oh, that little bit got changed. But I feel like I have to mention it, especially because this is Toni debut, and I'm so excited to for this book to be out in the world. The cover is gorgeous. It is so gorgeous. And I have been pretty much a part of her team, her street team, and then her beta team, ARC team, and I'm really hoping that I can continue this into her next book as well, because I love her writing and she seems like such a sweet person. The next book is A Dance with the Fae Prince by Elise Kova, and this is a kind of companion to A Deal with the Elf King. They're set in the same world. It's technically, A Dance with the Fae Prince is technically book 2 in the Married to Magic series, but they're standalones that are in the same world, if that makes any sense. And so I'm just going to read the description because I don't know much about this. I've read the description once, and I pretty much just add to TBR and then kind of forgot what it's about. Katrina swore she would never fall in love. She's seen what love means through the cruelty of her family. So when she's married off to the mysterious Lord Fenwood for a handsome price, all Katrina wants is a better life than the one that she's leaving. Feelings are off the table. But her new husband makes not falling in love difficult. As their attraction begins to grow, so too do the oddities within her new life. Strange rules, screams in the night, and attacks by Fae that Katria, I've said the name wrong the entire time, Katria, never thought were real. When she witnesses a ritual not meant for human eyes, Katria finds herself spirited away to the land of Midscape. Surviving the Fae Wilds as a human is hard enough. Katria must survive as a human who accidentally pilfered the magic of ancient kings. Magic is a bloodthirsty king is ready. A bloodthirsty king is ready to kill her in order to keep his stolen throne, and her new husband is the rightful heir in hiding. The power to save the Fae is in her hands, but who will save her from a love she vowed to never feel? And also how it's in the thing. It's a perfect for romance fantasy readers who enjoy A Court of Silver Flames and An Enchantment of Ravens. I loved A Court of Silver Flames, 5-star, and then I thoroughly enjoyed Enchantment of Ravens. So I feel like I might like this. I also, from what I know about this world, I like it. And also Buzzword, Fae. A buzzword, one of my buzzwords is Fae. I don't know why. I mean, hell, I'm writing a Fae story myself. So, of course it's a buzzword. And that comes out on August 19th. I almost forgot to mention that. This next book is one that is definitely not like the others, and that is Gamesley Played by Dana Isley. And this, I'm going to read the description and then explain why I want to read this and why it's on my books I want to read. So I have the description, literally a screenshot of the author's Instagram post from today on my phone. Jack is a faceless gamer known as the Joker. He makes a living playing video games and using his gravelly voice to bring people's sexual fantasies to life. When the top gaming site on the West Coast sends someone to interview him, Quinlan walks in with her auburn curls and thick curves and they're instantly drawn to each other. Quinlan has no idea what the monster that lurks beneath the surface of his calm demeanor. Jack is quicksand, pulling her down into the dark underbelly of his desires. To get out unscathed, she'll need to give in to the hunger she always tried to deny. So it's a novella. Pretty much, it's like erotic novella with a faceless gamer and an interviewer, and all of the like what's the word, like excerpts from the book have me just like this is gonna be interesting, because it's very kink heavy and it's very mature, 18 plus, but like fuck it. And I'm like, the cover is so, like, I don't know why I saw the cover today, I was just like, oh, I love it. So those are the books that I'm excited to These are the 6 books that I'm excited that I'm anticipated reads, and I'm excited that are being released. I apparently can't form words. But again, let me know what books you're excited for that are being released in August in the comments below, and bye!